What is up, Wii family? Today, we are diving right into chapter 256 of Jujutsu Kaisen, and you will not believe it. The GOAT himself, Satoru Gojo, is back. No cap, Gojo's literally back, on the page, alive and well, during another flashback. I'm sorry, just had to. But honestly, just give it 3 more chapters, and he'll be back for real. I'm calling it right now. 259, he reincarnates. You can even hold me to it, unless I'm wrong. Back to the actual chapter. Gojo is breaking down why he can't land black flashes at will. He lets him know the details that you already know, and personally believes that the definition is pretty lackluster. Because if that was the whole secret behind it, then he could land it at will. For instance, if he was to load up his fist with cursed energy and punch, that cursed energy is either going to 1, be the type that will strengthen his fist, or 2, the type that will crash into his opponent, or 3, the type that'll do both. And it's not like anyone can control the third type. Well, anyone except me, of course. On top of that, the blend needs to change depending on the empowerment. Things like your physical condition, or your opponent's cursed energy. It does bring up an interesting point, as Gojo believes that there is some connection with temperature and humidity. Black Flash is a spatial phenomenon after all. The point is, there's no correct answer as to how to unleash a Black Flash. When I'm really going for it, I incorporate my curse technique into my strikes, ultimately making it come down to luck, for even the strongest. I mean, that is why Nanami's consecutive record is longer than mine. And, as we all know, Yuji has also passed up Gojo in that regard. Having said that though, if we were talking about the total number of Black Flashes landed, well, I'd clean up, no cap. We get back to the present, and if you remember last chapter, we left off with LaRue eating a huge Black Flash from Sukuna, who had just landed his second. And as you see here, he is just emanating focus from that good old Black Flash high. Check out my video on chapter 255 if you didn't already read it for some crazy reason. But Maki thinks with the dude that just ate that Black Flash and the other guy, must be the potential backup Yuta mentioned. And if you're wondering why they haven't been in the viewing booth the whole time, I'm assuming it's part of the deal they made that we saw last week. They just, stayed in Africa till the conditions were met, and then little Wee Wee teleported and brought them on over, because as we saw after Shibuya, he definitely can do it over great distances, even countries. Miguel thinks that this is not good. He's going to start gaining momentum. We got to get the fuck out of here. Well, at least he's a realist. Yuji thinks he might have gained reverse curse technique output like Gojo did. And who the hell are those 2 guys over there anyways? Big Bro Chozo says the fact that Yuji and the others aren't saying anything must mean those 2 are allies from JJK. I have to help Sukuna in the dirt before he regains his reverse curse technique. And they all do just that, instantly going on the attack. Choso and Maki simultaneously, and Yuji, I throw heavy things at Idori, uses a metal bar with concrete still formed around the edges that he clearly just ripped out of the goddamn ground. He uses it to do his best to lock Sukuna down against the wall, while Chozo fires off a point-blank piercing blood. Sukuna, though, of course dodges it, and we see an ominous shadow prowling behind him, though, as he tries to book it. And it's none other than the one that threw it all away. And she goes for another katana right to the heart, but Sukuna catches it. It's like, not again, bitch. And as they attack one another, me and Choso are over here tripping out, wondering how the hell they're just fighting on air like that. But really does show just how crazy powerful Maki truly is. And Sukuna's little question about the body or the sorcery being mastered definitely appears you're going to be good either way. But just then, Sukuna, with the most amazing smile, lands another Black Flash on Maki. His third in total, Maki thinks, as she's spitting up blood. Also notices that the strength of his slashes are starting to increase. That good Black Flash has got Sukuna locked the fuck in. He then goes to release his world-cutting slash from the look of his palm direction, but Choso activates his supernova. But before he can even think, Sukuna was behind him before the slashes even arrived, and before he can react, he is up against the wall, and Sukuna lands his 4th Black Flash. Luckily, Choso was able to mitigate some of the damage, as he hurried in constructed armor with his blood, similar to what he did against Yuji and Shibuya. And then we see Sukuna was just socked right in the goddamn face as he is spitting up blood, and it's courtesy of none other than the motherfucking MC. And he also looking pretty damn locked in right now. Choso comments that right now, No matter how fired up he gets through his black flash, Yuji's blows will keep weakening his curse energy output and his control of the body. He yells out to his brother, "Do it, Yuji!" Yuji agrees, saying, "Right!" We go back to Yuji and Sukuna in another clash. Yuji hooks his legs around him and pulls his head down, points his hands right in his face, and Choso chimes in, quickly letting us know that Yuji can't use convergence effectively, so that's why he needs to keep looking after him. Then, in such a badass moment, Yuji yells piercing blood, slicing Sukuna's face once more. We briefly cut over to Miguel carrying LaRue, letting him know, "We're done. Getting the fuck up out of here. That's enough." But LaRue says, "There's still more that I can do." We get back to the fight as Sukuna appears to throw some slashes in Yuji's face. He tries to escape backwards, bleeding all over the goddamn place. Then in one of my favorite panels, we see Yuji, king of the Black Sparks, Itadori, ready to strike. The narrator lets us know in that moment, just as Mahito had sensed from Yuji in Shibuya, Sukuna felt the same premonition of an oncoming Black Flash. Which, as we learned from Gojo at the start of the chapter, should not even be possible. However, even with knowing that Sukuna's eyes are glued on LaRue, as we see some cute-ass little heart pupils on Sukuna, clearly what LaRue still had left to do as we finally learn who will teach Sukuna about love. All along, it was fucking LaRue. He lets Sukuna know it's not just bodies that I can clutch with my heart catch. Once I've had a hold of someone, I can even seize their hearts. And he says either cutie honey or looky here. Personally, I'm going to go with cutie honey, so yeah, we're going to rock with that. We then see Sukuna still in a complete trance with the new love of his life, LaRue. We also see our boy's fist closing in, and on the next panel, Yuji lands the most epic fucking black flash ever, slamming Sukuna against the wall with black sparks all around them. And with that, he has unleashed his potential with a single blow. Because beneath the scattering of all those black sparks, Itadori Yuji awakens. Editor note: even the rays of hope shine black. Oh my fucking god, what a chapter. Literally what I've been dying to see, and I'm sure so many of you as well. I think we're finally at that point. Yuji's about to take the fuck over. And if my prediction holds true, next chapter may just use his Black Flash domain. His pupils also got very interesting in the last image. Not really sure if anyone has ever looked like that. Let me know in the comments if you know what that's all about. I'm sure, like me, you can't wait to see what Gege exactly means by him awakening. Is this going to be freaking him gaining Sukuna's curse technique finally? Hint, hint, wink, wink, please, please? Maybe? But, most importantly, what did you guys think? What would you rate this chapter? And honestly, what was your favorite moment? For me, hands down the Black Flashes, but especially Yuji's. As always, though, I've been Weeb Dad. You've been so goddamn amazing. And remember, even a weeb can't have riz. Peace.